At Ram's funeral, his wife Janani hallucinates about him running away. And the film flashes back to when Ram and Janani were 12th grade students when Ram helps Janani fix her bicycle and tells his friends Senthil and Kumaran that he has a crush on her. He joins her tuition in order to see her every day, in the hopes that she will reciprocate his love for her. As time goes by, she eventually reciprocates his love. After Janani is awoken by her maid, she tries to hunt for Ram's friend, Senthil, for knowing the mystery behind Ram's death. She inquires about Senthil's parents but she doesn't find any clue. Later, she finds a suicide letter from Ram in his coat. She again requests Senthil's parents to convince Senthil to help Janani and she asks him to reveal what they were hiding from her. A distraught Senthil tells her that when she was leaving for the US, Kumaran got married and went to Singapore. Upon finding out that his two friends have moved on, Ram hallucinates and almost drowns when he tries to swim past a beach but is saved by Senthil. Senthil doesn't suspect anything strange and just thinks that this happened because Ram was drunk. Later on, one day when Ram took a 3-2 crore loss, he lost his control and accidentally kills Janani's pet dog, Tom. This leads Senthil to consult a doctor and notices him being strange, having extreme emotions. The primary emotions being despair or anger. Senthil tells a doctor about Ram's actions. The doctor reveals it might be bipolar disorder, and if not treated, could lead to suicide. When Senthil tries to warn him by inviting him to spend nights out with him, Ram loses his sense of control and attacks Senthil with a bottle and chair, and leaves the place. Later, Senthil finds Ram unconscious on the road. The visit from the doctor confirms Ram has severe bipolar disorder, but Ram refuses to get admitted because of his love for Janani. To stay away from Janani, Ram then goes on a pilgrimage, causing further anguish. Janani takes notice of Ram's absurd behavior and asks Ram why he is acting weird. Later, at a club, Ram picks a fight with a drunkard who was trying to misbehave with Janani. Later, Ram and Senthil are beaten up by the gang of the drunkard's friends. When the drunkard tries to kill him, Ram beats them up and incapacitates them. That night, Ram and Senthil get back home with wounds. Janani becomes restless seeing Ram injured. After this incident, Ram decides not to reveal his condition to Janani. Ram spends time in the hospital as his condition worsens. Janani becomes frustrated with Ram for not telling her where he goes and why. She suspects Ram of having an extramarital affair. She lashes out at him and cries. After a while, Ram, in a manic state, tries to kill Janani, unbeknownst to her, since she was in a deep sleep, but is stopped by Senthil. This makes Ram feel guilty. Ram requests his father to transfer his company shares to Janani, and wants Senthil to leave him to see her. Senthil refuses, and Ram suddenly bashes his head against a steering wheel, rendering him unconscious. Ram tearfully says goodbye to Senthil and leaves the car. In the present, Senthil and Janani are both crying profusely. As Ram goes to Janani's bedroom and watches her sleep, he suddenly hallucinates seeing a young girl saying, "Either kill her or you die." Terrified, he immediately gets away from her bed. He goes to his office and writes a suicide note while the hallucinations continue. Ram grabs a knife and struggles to kill himself. Janani in the present is wailing in grief as she learns her husband's fate. The film ends with Ram committing suicide by cutting his throat and saying his final words, "I love you, Janani." The movie includes a message at the end that suicide is not a solution. Bipolar disorder can be treated with proper medical help. Quote,